Okay, testing. Am I live? Testing. I it's another one of those days where I just woke up hella late, so sorry about that. Let me know if we are live. I totally forgot to post anything. So let me know if we are live. I just need to check a bunch of stuff to make sure that the stream's up and running properly. Oops. Sorry about that. Yeah, there we go. Yep. Okay. Okay. I'm so not prepared for this stream. I didn't even prepare anything, and that was kind of by design. Actually, what the hell about that? Let me know if we are live. Okay, I could have sworn I sounded different for some reason, but no, it's fine. It is perfectly fine. Is it fine? It's sort of fine. It's not that fine, but it's fine. Okay. Alright, that should be it. And then I just need to set one more thing up. Stream after waking up late. Yeah, if I sound tired, it's because I literally just woke up like an hour ago. It was kind of tough just because it's like, oh my god, I woke up so late, I might not be able to stream again, but it's like, whatever. I'll just stream anyways and do something because I really wanted to pull on the Blue Archive banner, but I was like, it might be more fun to do it live, so I wanted to do that. And then we'll just make random stuff and chat about stuff, hopefully. So we'll see. Ah, shit. Okay. Let me just finish up one more thing and we should be good now. Whoa. Okay. Cool. Are we live? Let me know if we are live because I don't know. Is it actually worth it to be live right now? Oh, given I don't have anything prepared, probably not. But I just wanted to do something today. I'm not sure what I want to do, but I wanted to do something. So let me know if we are live, and we will probably do something. Going to do a BA stream, pulling Rio or School Nedu. Not live. Oh no. Definitely. Well, both, and I have enough to pity for both. It's whether I can pull them within 200 pulls that I'm gonna go for UE50. So, I'm definitely getting both. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to do both, but also like I was trying to set up my cam link last minute, but apparently it's like really wonky. It keeps wanting to pull up something other than the game, so it's like, okay, I need to figure out how to deactivate that shit. Yeah, so It's probably it's a for just for now. It's just gonna be this overhead cam. I probably just I mostly just want a beer. So beer in Blue Archive. That sounds pretty fun. Let's do that. Let's do some beer in Blue Archive. Be right back. But yeah, how's it going, Poke? How's it going, Hacker Troller? I'll be right back. I just need to go open up beer. I guess I can stream Blue Archive now that it's on Steam. I could always stream it from my phone, but then my phone is like a little. I don't know what's up with it, but it's a little wonky. My cam link, but whatever. Um, yeah, I could play it on stream, but my laptop is so shit. Like, remember when I tried to play GFL 2 and it fucking destroyed my PC, my laptop, the laptop I'm streaming on right now, and then so it's like. I'm actually kind of scared to try Blue Archive, even though it's a lot less resource intensive, just because I don't know for sure, given how disastrous the fucking GFL stream went. So I still might play it on my phone, but it's yeah. For now, I'm just gonna show you my phone as I pull. That's the plan, and then we might chat about random stuff. We're probably gonna. We're probably just gonna talk about what's hella Uma Musume stuff, to be frank. But yeah, it's my preferred beer, Blue Moon. I love me a Blue Moon. Just that it. I realized it was my favorite beer because it's my most repeatable beer. Because it's like this always hits as like a B to B plus for me. Like it's very much a good beer, not like a really great beer, but I love it so much because I never get tired of it. Like I try not to drink it too much, but then like I could drink this every day if I wanted to and never get tired of it. Whereas say I tend to like stouts better. I tend to like something like a Guinness, like a Tatanka stout if you've first seen that at BJ's. I like those better. They are much more rich. They are much more flavorful. But that's for that exact reason. I probably couldn't binge those. I probably couldn't to go ham on those because they're too decadent. Like you have too much of it, you will get sick of it really fast. Whereas this, like I never get sick of it because it just tastes like liquid red, and it's awesome. Cheers. Mm. Yeah, this nice orange peel, nice oranginess in general. Just it's so uncomplicated and so good. I love it so much. All right, how visible is that? Not very visible at all. Yeah, not very visible at all. But we make do. We make do. Okay. Let's cut through dailies. Would it be bad? Oh, what the hell? Why is it frozen? Why is it frozen? Let it go. Let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Let it. What are the lyrics to that song? I know it was overplayed as fuck, but I didn't actually listen to it very much. Ah, gosh dang it. Okay, it like legit crashed on me. That's fine. That was probably when I was trying to do a bunch of stuff, but yeah. Regarding the question, I don't play gachas. Those things suck your soul in your wallet. Fair judgment. Fair judgment. I'm completely free to play in Blue Archive. I've been free to play so far in Uma Musume. my friend might be convincing me otherwise. Um, I got to hang out with him today, and I was kind of like in a weird way upset at him. um, and then I do dolphin and Nikkei. I'm kind of what's below dolphin again? Was a minnow? I feel like I'm a little more than a minnow, but a little less than a dolphin in GFL two. And I'm definitely a dolphin in Snowbreak. Actually, oh my god. Okay, I couldn't find the picture. I couldn't find pictures of this, but so in Snowbreak, uh, Snowbreak is definitely one of my guilty pleasure games. games. Snowbreak introduced a new system where a new place in the base. So they have so you can visit your base. You can visit your base in Snowbreak, and then you can interact with your girls. You can interact with the environment, all this kind of stuff. And they've added more places, frankly, for more fan service because it's like, okay, there's now a hot spring area. There's like there's a massage parlor. There's now a lounge. There's now like a bar and lounge you can hang out with your operators, and I actually that actually kind uh, that excited me, not for the reasons you think. It's because they serve you drinks now. I actually, ooh, man, okay, fuck. No, there's no fucking way my laptop can handle Snowbreak. If I can get the cam link working for my phone, if I can get the cam link working for my phone, I will definitely I want to show that. In fact, I can just show it off the stream. Fuck it. Like let's do it. Fuck it. Yeah. Snowbreak is definitely my guilty pleasure because I know it's like pure fan service now, and it's kind of, and like it's gotten a bad reputation because of that. But I don't care. It's genuinely a very fun shooter, and then also yeah, it's it. I'll admit I'm really into the fan service mostly because Katya from Snowbreak is one of my favorite gacha characters of all time because she's like a literal, she's like a cool version of what I want to be. She's like everything I want to be. She's like really cool, independent, and so like confident woman who loves herself a drink. She's always serving herself wine and like drinking with the adjutant, and like like she plays guitar too. She's like trying to teach herself guitar. I have been neglecting practicing guitar, but like that's something I've wanted to do too. Yeah, I'm super into that. That's part of why I'm so hooked on Snowbreak, is because specifically Katya is so cool, so awesome, and I just love her so much. Laptop for Snowbreak, not so much. Ajidan has two new wives. Yeah, I was actually kind of curious about that because I was like, why is it that we have an interactive scene for Katya, and yet she wasn't married? And like in some ways, it feels on character for Katya because of the fact that she's a very playful, mischievous person. It's like, oh, she doesn't need to be married to you to have a fling. She is perfectly fine in having a salacious, scandalous fling with you without being married. But now you're married to her, so it's perfectly fine now. which means that we're still not married to Marion, even though we had a scandalous scene with her. When I look at GFL2 on the CN side, it's getting fan service. Oh my god. The fucking, I don't know how to pronounce her name. Chinhua? I don't know how to pronounce Chinese names, but the Chinese chef lady in that nurse outfit. Holy shit. Holy shit, bros. Like, that's an insane outfit. What the hell? What the hell? Like, it's such a... like I swear to God, I've seen like how do I phrase this? Not, you know what, I've talked about this before. Like I've seen H content, H media, H manga, H like I've seen H content that's has less lewd design than that outfit. Mostly because it then later comes off. Uh, uh, so it doesn't matter how lewd it is. But it's like it. How the hell are they getting away with this shit? I thought CN was really chased about this stuff. It's so funny to me. It is so hilarious to me what has happened with CN gaming. Is because it's like, I swear, like it's a meme. It's literally a meme in every the other gacha game up until like 2024, yeah, last year. Like up until 2024, like CN gaming was so chased. They were like heavy censorship. You see in Azur Lane, you see in Blue Archive, you see in so many other games. They have to censor the hell out of the designs. And then like to the point that they butcher them sometimes, just like completely ruin the design as they try to cover up everything possible for the character. And then, hi Chibidi, by the way. What drink you gain? How was Clara's stream? I know she was streaming. um Yeah, they just butcher all the designs. I think famously in Blue Archive, just literally like late 2023, like they butcher all the bunny designs, and it's like, okay, just CN's adding again. And then 2024 comes out, and like there's all these crazy outfits for all these Chinese games. Like Zenless Zone Zero has some really sexy designs with like Grace Howard and like Nicole Demerara with like their crop tops and so much exposed belly and cleavage, and it's like, wait, you guys were okay with this shit? And then GFL is out, and they have some really nice designs they're pushing out. The Snowbreak is going hardcore into fan service. Like, wait, what's up with the Chinese games these days? Why are the Chinese games getting so lewd all of a sudden? Because they weren't. They literally were like they literally were like backwards in terms of like loot content, in terms of like sussy outfits. It's trying to tone everything down, and then they're the ones stepping up their game. I mean, not as much as the Korean games, because you have shit like Nikkei and Brown Dust 2, which are still like going super duper crazy with designs and in general just as I mean, you've seen Korean designs. You see it with Face Connect. I do believe Dizzy's artist is a Nikkei is a Nikkei artist, and we see what Korean design does, but the fucking like behind the Koreans, the Chinese is sexy designs are getting crazy, man. Oh my god. The Gooning cells, I mean, unequivocally, Brown Dust 2 was failing until they started leaning hard into fan service. In some ways, it's unfortunate. In some other ways, like it's I really hate the sort of weird culture around like the people who are like so against Gooner or media, Gooner games, Gooner media, anime and whatnot, and it's like they call the most innocent shit Gooner, and it's like, at what points are you just like completely anti beauty, right? Like the concept of an attractive character is Gooner. Like, yeah, people aren't allowed to look good anymore. Like it feels like we're heading in that direction. Literally, anytime someone has like a remotely has any amount of sex appeal, and then like someone was bringing that up with Uma Musume, like, oh, Uma Musume showing that you don't need jiggle physics and Gunner or media, and like Taiki Shuttle exists and she's basically in a bikini. Daiwa Scarlet was intentionally designed to have a large chest. There's one coming out soon. I don't know how to pronounce her name, Gentilla or something like that. I don't know how to pronounce her name. I would recognize it if I see it, but she's bouncy. She's very bouncy, and like other characters bounce too. Like it's such a weird thing to focus on, despite the fact. Like I do think it draws eyes, it brings people in, but it's like I haven't played much Brown Dust 2, despite like admittedly getting sucked in, because like I just don't really enjoy the gameplay that much. I'm super sucked into Nikke because sure, the eye candy got me, but then like you play through it and then like everyone who's deep into Nikke almost never mentions the fan service because they're so interested in talking about like, oh, what's the lore in this? What's the lore in that? Why does this happen? What's with her deal? And then every now and then we get reminded, oh, right, Eleg and Rappy are really hot. If you've seen the new Eleg and the Rappy designs, holy shit. Holy shit, those are good. You got some unsweetened iced tea? Nice. I haven't had iced tea in a hot minute. That was something I really wanted to do was I really wanted to make a new sleepy project, an EP sleepy cocktail, because she's really into sweet tea. She went to California for off-kai, and one of her main complaints was the fact that they don't have good sweet tea here. And it's funny because it's like, okay, like whatever about like any like mentality stuff of the divisiveness of sweet tea is really funny for like a lot of people, regardless of your affiliation with anything. It's like, okay, you either love sweet tea or you think you're like it's an affront to God. Because as like a West Coaster myself, like I can't imagine. It's hard for me to imagine what sweet tea would be like, because I can't imagine something like that being like that excessively sweet. And so I've been trying to work on, so if you've ever heard of I'm sure you've heard of it. It's a pretty common cocktail, the Long Island iced tea. It's basically take all the boozes and put a shot of them each. It's like, what was it? It was a bunch of clear spirits. It was, I'm just looking down at my cabinet. Clear rum, so white rum, tequila, gin, vodka. White rum, tequila, gin, vodka. Do you put triple sec? I don't think you put triple sec. White rum, tequila, gin, vodka. You might put triple sec. I think you might put triple sec. Yeah, you might put triple sec. And then it's each kind of booze. Yeah. So it's like five different shots of clear liquor, or simple syrup, lemon, and the top with Coca-Cola. And then so I was trying to figure out how to make a purple version of that using either creme de violet, or probably more likely to work, and then I'll just find a different way to sweeten it, Empress Gin. Yeah, one of those two things would probably make it purple, and then that would that would be a fun drink to make for, because as apparently a long, so like I don't I don't drink enough sweet tea to know for sure. Um, Greg from How to Drink and could taste a Long Island is like, actually no, that does taste like sweet tea. So I need to figure out, that's the direction I want to go. I need to figure out a Long Island iced tea recipe that it's equates to that is purple for sleepy. Da-da-da-da-da. I know at least 3 female VTubers who got into Nikkei because silly butt game and love the story. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've said this multiple times, but it's just always funny to me. Is Obake Pam, her Obake Pam said it out loud. She said she was only planning to play it once for the meme, and then she got so sucked into the story that she's a hardcore Nikkei fan now. And that's true of like Shabelle Tonya too. That's true of, like, I think you mentioned to me about Bonnie Barkswell. Like I know Sugi Aoki, who like low-key I really love. I should I should talk to about her more because I really want to make her a new cocktail too. Sugi Aoki got really into it as well because it's because just the same thing. Like yeah, she's into the Gooner elements as well, but then also like obviously everyone, like, you get sucked in for the Gooner elements, you stay because of all the good the story. I'm wondering if China allows more lewd designs in their own games than foreign games. So I guess that wouldn't explain censoring Azure Lane. Azure Lane, I think, like, the developers basically left mainland China. That's something I wish would happen with the Snowbreak developers, because I think Azure Lane got big enough that they were able to physically leave China, so that they wouldn't really need to like worry about them. And then so I wonder, or if that contributes to that. It's like, okay, it's not really a Chinese game anymore, and therefore, or like they censor that, because I did notice that they still censor outside games. They will still censor the shit out of outside games, but they are pushing the limits of lewdness in Chinese games. And so I wonder if it's like a weird, like, rigging the system in a sense of like, okay, they're gonna push the limits of their own games while also censoring other games, so that like everyone wants to gravitate towards their games, which, I mean, it's not the most ethical of business practices, but also fair enough, I guess. Funnily enough, the fandoms of most NSFW games compared to be the most chill compared to the toxic communities of normal games. Yeah, I mean, it's like inherently gate kept in that way. It's because it's like, oh, normal people don't want to get into this because it's so, because they don't want to be associated with like problematic stuff. And it's like, meanwhile, like people are just there to have fun. People want to enjoy the hot anime women or the hot anime men, or like just the as the you know just the, as people are more simple than that. Just people want people just want to enjoy a game. It can be as simple as that, really. Like, no matter how shallowly, like it could be just for the booba, or maybe it's like Nikkei, where you got in just for the booba, but then you learn about all this other stuff and you're like, holy shit, this is actually great. Arizona tea, it's each kind of booze or whatever it's called. I know you put blue curacao in the AMF. I'm not sure for the other variants. Yeah, that sounds about right, because you would put Midori for like the Japanese tea, is I think it's what it's called, or maybe like grape soda. Ooh, grape soda would be a good shout. Bonnie was crying during the Cinderella. Oh, dude, the Cinderella event was so good. I did a whole stream about that because I thought the Cinderella event was so good. Like, the Cinderella event is like fucking. It's just brilliantly written. It's genuinely like the best written it's one of the best written stories in a gacha game I've seen because of the fact that it's like a really clever allegory for what depression feels like. Um, Not just like, oh obviously Cinderella is depressed, and it's a depressing story. No, it is an allegory for depression while being a story about depression, because like in a metaphorical sense, feeling trapped in the mirror, feeling like you can't control your actions, feeling guilty for things feeling guilty for your actions even though you weren't in control of your emotions, etc. Like, like that's what depression feels like. Like it's not the justification of doing horrible things to yourself. Like it's like, yes, the story itself with on paper, the details itself were very depressing already, but then you take the underlying, like just take out all the detail, just to think of the plot structure itself, and it is an allegory for how depression feels like. And that's what's so brilliant about that story. It's such a geniusly written story, and that's why like anyone like anyone who accuses Nikkei of just being like it's just a Gooner game, like they haven't even played through the tutorial yet. They straight up just haven't played through the tutorial, because it's they hit you really heavily with stuff like that right away. If a game gets older and becoming niche, that's when they add fan service to it. CN doesn't allow it. It's more about more attention. I believe for a good game, you need a good plot. Then SFW is a cherry on top because it's going to attract the gooners and they're going to stay for good gameplay or good story. Ooh, you're making a melon liqueur? Nice, nice. Like your own Midori in a way. I really need alternatives to Midori because, like, I don't mind Midori, but it's so one note. It's so, like, just a very, very melony sweet that it's like it's why you very rarely see me make green cocktails, because it's like, okay, the cheat code is to use Midori. I don't want to use Midori for everything. Midori is not my favorite sweetener. It's okay, but it's like if I want something green and Midori is my only option, it's like it feels bad that it's like, okay, so I'm locked into that melon flavor, which is why like I tend to mess around with matcha instead, because matcha adds some very unique bitter character to a drink while also turning it green. So like the bitterness of matcha tends to create more interesting drinks than just a Midori. Not to get into politics, but censor outsiders, but not our own to push our stuff more, does sound very much that way. Yeah. I mean, like, just in general, I was watching I had already watched this movie. It's a brilliant movie, actually. The Founder. It's the story about how McDonald's became $1 billion company. It's super cool. Like it's a dramatic reenactment of it. So it's not like the real story, but it's taking the real story and turning it into a drama. So it's a great movie. It's a great movie. Let me get that out of the way. And I do remember, like, you're building up to it, and at some point Ray Kroc is like if my something like if my rivals were drowning, I would walk up to them and put a hose in their mouth or something brutal like that. And it's like, is that scumbaggy? Yes. Is that the mentality you need to like really make your business is a take off? Also, yes. So it's like the story and like they do intentionally make Ray Kroc a completely unlikable character, like because being a billionaire or being like a ruthless businessman like that, it is you're not gonna make many good friends doing that. But like it's also like yeah, like you need that kind of ruthlessness to be able to like build something that's gonna outlive you. And so that's to say like I don't necessarily like it definitely feels pretty scummy to like okay let's censor all the non-CN games, but then let's push the limits of sexuality with the CN games, and it's like oh they so they so anti-competitive, but it's also like I get it. Last Origin is also very Korean and very horny. Even it's I actually played a lot of Last Origin. Last Origin, unironically, is one of the most fun strategy games I got to play because like so the thing about the team building in Last Origin is like you know how when you build in any gacha game, it's like oh you build a team. It's like okay in Uma Musume you have 6 cards for your deck, or like in Kantai Collection. And actually, this is why Kankale was great too. In Girls Frontline, you should put like all 5, right, 4 to 5 units in play. In Blue Archive, you should put 6 units in play. All that kind of stuff. Like you need to build a full team. Last Origin was one of the few games where it was correct. It was correct to sometimes only put 4 units. Sometimes only put 2 units. Like these two synergize so much, you don't want to mess with the timings of these two synergistic units. Oh, it's 3 unit teams. 4 unit teams built this specific way. There is a 1 unit team. It's I forget. It's like the cat girl. Shit, I forget, but it's like there is a 1 unit team, and it's because she's the best evasion tank, and you can't waste time with other units doing their things because other enemies will be able to attack her, because like the way cooldowns work, like the more turns go on, the more like you bring down the cooldown, so you need to keep her like evasion buff active at all times. And so it is important that she's alone, so that 1 you save energies, 2 you save time, so that she can remain an insane evasion tank. So it's like it is like I found the team building in that game to genuinely be like much more deep, much more fun, and the fact that like it's one of the true like meta list games. Like obviously every game's gonna have a meta. There's always gonna be a great way, but then you can build around every unit. My favorite unit in Last Origin was a common, something you'll get a trillion of over the course of playing while you're trying to build for the more rare units. And you can make them a carry. You can make anyone the god tier support of a certain team if you're willing to put in the work building around them specifically, because just they do a good job balancing all that. And then of course is excessively horny. It is the go-to for people with like oh, you think your gacha game is horny? Look up Last Origin. It is genuinely the most pushed. That it's on that line. It is on the line of not just being in a straight up Nutaku game. So yeah. It goes crazy with its fan service, but also I did play it for like a year and a half because it genuinely had strategic depth to it. It was pretty satisfying to play. Like if you took out all of the fan servicey elements, it would still be a great fun game to play. And then you add that back in, obviously, because it was quite good. It was quite good. It's true that Genshin is basically sexless, but I heard that it's considered an ambassador game for the country and has more eyes on it. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense, actually. That does track to me. Something more green could be a mint liqueur for a fresh flavor. The issue with so I do have that too. It's back here somewhere. Give me a sec. Yeah, something like this, right? So like a mint liqueur, a creme de menthe. I think the creme de menthe has the problem of being excessively sweet, so that's why I'm still a little bit hesitant to use it. That's a good idea, though. I never really thought of creme de menthe as like a way to greenify something in a way that's different, but it still has the problem Midori has in that it's too sweet. And then so like that's why I'm still kind of hesitant to use it, but that's a good idea. If I had green chartreuse, that's the real solution. Whoa. I'm like stepping on my mic right now. Okay. My mic wire. I think if I had green chartreuse, that would be the main thing. That would be another great way to add green to a drink without needing to make it green. Like I have a So usually if I want a yellow drink for a character, I use whiskey. But in case I don't want to use whiskey, that's what yellow chartreuse is for. Like yellow chartreuse will yellow something up quite nicely. Yellow chartreuse is super good too, and it's mad expensive. I hope those monks are doing okay, because if chartreuse actually dies, so much of mixology is gonna die with it. Yeah. Oh my god, so good. So good. And all these bottles are just getting more and more expensive by the day, because I believe the monks are dying. The monks that make this, the monks who know the recipe, and they're the only ones who know the recipe, are dying. And they need to go share that recipe at some point, because so many drinks rely on chartreuse, and they are dying. And if they die and the recipe dies with them, so much of mixology dies with them. Wasn't chartreuse so Swedish? Yeah, it's crazy. It's very sweet. It's basically a liqueur. Yeah, super duper sweet, but so herbaceous. So herbaceous to the point that I can't name almost any of it. It's super sweet, but where's the label here? %. 43%. This is a full-bodied spirit, but it's sweet like a liqueur. It's actually insane. Like, it's actually insane. Like, it can be so densely concentrated. Well, It can be so sweet while also being so densely concentrated. Because it's 43%. Maybe do some homemade chartreuse. You realize that the chartreuse recipe has like 120, 180, something insane, like well over 100 herbs in it, right? And like European herbs that can't be found in, at least as far as I understand, can't be found in America. Like it is an insanely robust combination of herbs in specific quantities, and that's why only like 3 monks know how to make it. And that's what, like, there was a good Anders Ericsson video, if you can find it, of alternatives to chartreuse, and he did find a really good chartreuse alternative, but like none of them are the same. None of them are equal to regular green chartreuse. It's just that might be what we need to deal with if those monks die. Anyways, am I still up here? Yeah, let's do it. Let's fast. Give me your luck. We're gonna pull for Rio first. Give me your luck. Oh my god, it's already pink. Oh my god, it's already pink. Come on. No fucking way. No fucking way. Holy shit. 2 pulls, Poke. 2 pulls. That was my second pull. Like my first 10 pull, and that was the second of my 10 pull. Holy shit. Oh my god. No fucking way. Oh my god, no fucking way. No, hold on, I gotta tweet this. So no, it's my, oh shit. Okay, there we go. It's my first yeah, it's my first 10 pull. So I did a 10 pull, but she was the second one in my 10 pull. So I just got her right away. Holy shit. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. I need to tweet this. Give me a sec. I need to tweet this. No fucking way. The first 10 pull. Let's go. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, okay. Neru's turn. Okay. Okay. Oh my god, it's pink again. No way. Okay, it's the third one. For this new banner or just last banner? No, this is the... they're doing free... No, they only do the free 100 pulls for the So they do free 100 pulls for the limited banner that is either immediately before or immediately after the fest. The fest itself doesn't get free pulls. Okay. That's fine. Okay, no pink this time. Oh, pink flash? Okay, yeah. Okay. I don't mind spooks because I'm free to play. Like, I need all the help I can get with Elifs. Damn it. Okay, it's fine. I needed Elifs for her too. Yeah. That's what's great about Fest. You're gonna get tons of spooks. Especially if you're free to play for like maybe stuff you've been needing for a long time. Up, another pink. I guess that should be expected. This is Fast after all. Eighth one, yeah. Personally, I don't mind, and as long as I get new students, I feel that way too. I feel that way for the most part. Damn it. She's not very good. She's very cute, but she's not very good. Lots of pinks, but that's what Fest is all about. Love it. Okay, ninth one. Come on. Damn it. I already UE 50'd her. Okay, so that one's an actual waste because I've already UE 50'd her. I'm on the right banner, right? Yeah, okay, I'm on the right banner. More pinks. Let's go. Sixth one. I've lost count already. Pretty sure it's this next one. Okay. That's good. Yeah. No, that's very good. Yeah. Even her weapon, yeah, no, UE 50 means I got her weapon and I maxed out her weapon. So I've already maxed out Wet Hanako. More pinks, baby. I love Fest. It feels good to pull on Fest. Ninth one. Okay, come on now. Okay, I've already lost count. I'm just kind of spamming this because I'm already kind of drunk. Up. Ah, God damn it. Atsui. I'm pretty sure I haven't UE 50'd her, so this is fine. That's pretty good still. So far, no new students. We got Rio. Ah, God, this one's a brick. Oh my God, that's so many yellows. I mean, it's great to get more yellows if I'm going to fail, but I would also like to not fail. Okay, fifth one. 1, 2, 3, 4, once again, that's fine. That's fine. That's a good pool. It's just not the one we want. Okay. Eighth one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ah. Okay, I did kind of want her. I did want her. So that's good. That's it. I really love Marina. I wanted this. So this works. This works. I haven't had one of those insane 10 pulls where it was like like 3 different pinks. And so usually I get that in a dry spell. In this case, it's like, okay, I'm getting like 1 every 10 pull, which is fine. Okay, another brick. Yeah, another brick. Lots of yellows again. Yeah, okay. This might beat the dry spell. You've had 4 rainbows before? That's very lucky. I've definitely had 3. I don't think I've ever gotten to 4. Okay, here we go. Another pink. The 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. God damn it. If you're gonna give me fest units, give me the one I need. Hold on. I'm gonna make a drink real fast before I continue. We're at 130 pulls. Okay. 130 pulls for Nedu. Okay. What do I want next? What's very Nedu like? Something with a lot of bitters, I think. Something with a lot of bitters comes to mind. Let's make another no, I need to crush ice for QPS. Well, this is really bitter forward. Actually no. We can make something with Campari. Fuck it. Let's come up with something on the fly. So something spicy. Ooh, that's a good take. But I think Campari or no, her hair is more orange. Does she have red eyes? Yes, she does. Okay, close enough. We're making something with Campari. Okay, so Campari. It's probably just gonna be a last word variant, so I'm gonna say Campari as our sweet. We don't have bullets. We have some bullet in our. Okay, so you said spicy, so that's a perfect time to break out some rye. So Campari, rye. Ito, herbal. The Benedictine is calling to me. The Benedictine is very much calling to me. It's also sweet, but it counts as herbal as well. And then let's see. I'm thinking lemon if we have it, but if we have to resort to lime, that's fine. This is a truly fat lemon, so we probably only need half of this. Once again, I fucking love this knife. It just the way it cuts through is just absolutely immaculate. Let's actually measure this lemon. Come on. Yep, I was right. Yeah, my instinct for how much juice is in my lemons and limes is getting really good. Maybe a bit of chartreuse. I could have, but I really wanted to use the Benedictine. It was just calling to me. There's no real reason for it. It was just calling to me. I was like, ooh, Benedictine sounds good right now. Be right back. I need ice. Having a nice knife experience. I'm not gonna lie, I thought you were making a bad pun about like, oh, I am hoping you're having a knife experience. I should probably show the shaking, so. Alright. Alright. Let's see how this turns out. Ooh, that is such a pretty color. Oh, that is such a gorgeous color, actually. Ooh, that is such a pretty color, actually. Okay, yeah, fuck it. Okay. Let me take a quick picture of it real fast and post it on Twitter. Because that is lovely. That is actually quite lovely. Give me a sec. So it's tracking's gonna get a little fucked for a second. So it's Campari Benedictine, rye whiskey, and lemon juice. Yeah, there we go. Okay, just gonna take a quick picture of that real fast. Oh, I should probably not do this in front of that should be good. That should be good. Yeah. Because do I care? Yeah. No, I don't. There we go. I'm gonna call this one the last pull because hopefully it means that I'm actually gonna pull Nedu. Last pull because this is so I can increase my luck on pulling Nedu on BA. Come on, come on. Tweet already, you son of a gun. Send the tweet already, you son of a gun. You son of a bitch. Okay, okay. There we go. In fact. There we go. Okay. Let's put everything back real fast. Okay. Okay. Ooh. Ooh, God. Mmm. Yeah. Okay, the Campari is really strong, so it really takes over the flavor profile, but then you get so much of the spice from the rye. You get so much of the herbaceousness of the Benedictine. This is nice. This is not, I mean, proof again that the last word formula is undefeated. This is yeah, and then the sweet elements get bounced off the sour elements of the lemon. Yeah, this is quite good. It's just it's just weird because it's so like Campari forward, but it's also like it neuters a lot of what I don't like. What rather not used to with Campari. I'm starting to get used to the bareness of Campari, but it's still a little abrasive to me. Okay, here we go. Here we go. It is pink. It is pink. That was 7. Okay, so 1, 2, 4, 5. Oh, I guess I missed one. Dang it. Dang it. Okay. I forgot. All the fest units are back in the pool for this. We certainly got a fest unit after that pool. Miss. Oh, that was a super miss. Oh no. Oh no, it's happening. Oh no, we're about to spark. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Wait, 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 wait. Okay, we got pink. Ooh, double pink, double pink. 8 and 9. 8 and 9. We got really lucky in terms of amount of pinks, but we're not very lucky in terms of the actual banner. Oh my god. Oh no. No. Oh no. There's the sensei who pulled the most of one unit. They did this in an awards show. It was so funny. They had to censor his name because the most pulled student, the account with the most pulled student was an account that pulled like 29 sayas. And then the name of the account had to be censored on the live stream, but the actual username was fuck Saya. Which appropriate. Okay. I can't roll my R's. That. 190. 190. Okay, 7. 2, 3, 4, 6. No, this isn't it. This isn't it. Yup. Not the right Millennium student. Not the right Millennium student. Been a while since I've gotten new students though, so hard to be too upset. And this is our spark pool. This is our spark pool. If we don't get it here, we're gonna have to spark Naru. It's pink. Okay, 1. Okay, hold on. Get Sex Fox. Among my group of friends, we refer to her as Sex Fox because we're all attracted to Chinese chef ladies. If I had a nickel for every Chinese chef lady that is super attractive in a gacha game, we'd have 2 nickels, which is not that many, but it's weird that it happened twice. Once in Blue Archive and once in GFL. I super can't wait for Quinhua, or however you pronounce her name. Come on. Okay, yep. We have to spark for Neru. That's fine. Because we got Rio like instantly, so that's honestly fine. It's quite genuinely fine. So you know I'm not cheating you. Oh, whoops. God damn it. Okay. I really can't get used to this. She's adorable. Neru's adorable. Apparently Rio's like way adorable too. Her story, I really love her story. So I didn't get to read the Decagrammaton main story yet. I'm super behind on the main story. I really need to find an excuse to stream the main story again. To know I've gotten through a chunk of I've gone through a chunk of them, chapter 4 away, but yeah, the main story, I like it. Like apparently Rio shows up again, and like that's been really exciting for folks. So I really need to take care of that. But then for the actual event, come on, load up, you piece of shit. This is really good, honestly. Like, last word variants are always just so good. We need to do a last word episode the way, like, Greg did one, because that's, like, the fact that this formula can't miss is something that needs to be studied. It's so incredible. Yeah. So the Rio shows up in the this event, and it's so awesome how wholesome she is. Like how it's great because I mean it just speaks to Blue Archive's great writing is that she's still the kind of like weirdly unlikable is the wrong word, but like she's definitely awkward. Awkward is definitely one of the right words to put. She's definitely how what's the right way to put this? What's the right way to put this? Um like so she's awkward for sure. She's blunt. That's a good way to put it. She's very blunt about things. She's like, oh yeah, trying not to take your feelings into account. She's like kind of pushy towards her towards like Seiya and everything, but then she's aware. The thing is, she's now aware of her personality. She's aware that she's like a little too calculating. She's aware that she's a little too straightforward. She's aware that she's too like obsessed with efficiency and numbers and whatnot. And so she understands that she comes off as like prickly is the wrong word too, but like she's definitely too bossy. She's too overbearing. She's too forceful with her ideals, and she wants to be better about like being more accommodating to people. And I find that really endearing because it's like, okay, they didn't take away the unlikable parts about her personality. They've mitigated it really well by making her self-aware of it. And honestly, self-awareness forgives so many sins because it's sort of like, okay, when you are self-aware of your flaws and you are trying to fix them, but like you can't, your personality is your personality. Like you can't really change who you are as a person, but you can try to adjust things to make it more palatable to other people. But it's hard because it's like, okay, if you have a kind of cold sort of personality, if you have a cold kind of distant personality, like it's really hard to make exceptions. It's really hard to like twist things to make it more palatable for people. And in some ways you shouldn't. In some ways you should feel free to be yourself. But in other ways, like we may die alone, but we live amongst other people. Like it's important to be able to form those connections with people, to be able to like let some people in, to be able to trust people. And you can tell she struggles with that but is trying, and I really love that about Rio. Like Rio was kind of a unlikable character when she was the villain, and that's kind of the point of being a villain, is that like you're trying to defeat them. They do have a deeply flawed philosophy. But even when she was a villain, you could tell it's like it comes from a place of goodness. It comes from a place of concern. It comes from a place of wanting to protect people, but it's just so deeply flawed that you have to like fix her. You have to like remind her that like you don't need to take such extreme measures. It's okay to compromise. It's okay to try to trust other people. It's not okay to believe you're the only one who can fix things, which comes up during this event, and they call her out on it again, and it's like Rio, come on, trust us. We'll do our jobs well. You have to trust us. Like stop hiding behind your sense of justice and let us do our job so that we can help you do yours. And it's really cool that they do that, because it's like they don't shy away from her. They don't shy away from her personality flaws, as they acknowledge them. They in fact fully acknowledge them, and that's what strengthens her as a character, and it's really cool to see. It's really cool to see. And it really makes me root for her, because it's sort of like, she's still an outcast. She's still a dastardly criminal, let's be honest. Like the same way that Arius is still a dastardly criminal. They did commit horrible acts of terror against the people of Trinity, after all. Rio led one of the largest fraud scandals in Kivotos. Like they deserve to be treated as criminals, but also they deserve to like be rehabilitated, to learn from their mistakes. They have as many second chances as they need, as per like Mika's story. Like and Mika's whole thing was as that sense she didn't believe she deserves a third chance, a fourth chance, whereas Sensei believes you have infinite chances as long as you're alive. And that's what they do as human beings. Is yes, they've done horrible things, some of which are unforgivable, but it doesn't mean you can't do everything in your power to fix it. Just because someone doesn't give you forgiveness doesn't mean you still don't have the right to try to earn it anyways. That's kind of this is a weird comparison, especially because I find it unforgivable. And to be frank, like what Rio did, if it happened in real life, would be unforgivable. What Arius did, if it happened in real life, would be unforgivable. But it's sort of like there was a great documentary about the Atlanta Falcons, just literally called The History of the Atlanta Falcons. Excellent sports documentary. I recommend you watch it, because just like two things. One, it's from my favorite YouTuber ever, which is John Boyce. Two, Secret Base in general, the YouTube channel he's a part of, just tells the best sports stories, and they are very specific. They intentionally tell sports stories for people who are not into sports. And that's why they're so enjoyable, is that you don't need to be into sports to be able to enjoy it. They will give you all the context you need if you need it, but just sports provides some of the most interesting and electric stories ever known to man. And it sucks that some normal people like are just not really into sports in general for whatever reason. And it's like, you deserve to know these stories. And if you're not into sports, they tell it in a way that you don't need to be into sports to appreciate that story. But anyways, so partway through that story, there's a legendary footballer named Michael Vick. If you've never heard of him, that's kind of a mind-blowing fact to me, but I know that some people have never heard of Michael Vick. Michael Vick is the most electric athlete that has ever played quarterback for the NFL, American football. He he broke what it meant to be a quarterback because he was so fast. He was faster than his own receivers. He was so elusive. He was so hard to tackle. He was so quick. He had such, and yeah, he was a quarterback too, so he had velocity to throw. He had spurts of accuracy. He was an inconsistent passer, but he had spurts of accuracy. He had ridiculous athletic talent. And then halfway through his career, he was arrested for dogfighting. Just taking, like, I'm not gonna get into it because I don't want my stream to get serious. I want this place to be a place to relax, so I'm not gonna get into it, but it's a horrible crime. It's just like a horrible, horrible, horrible crime. He got locked up for 2 years, and he eventually made it back into the NFL because he served his 2-year sentence. He was good in prison. He just didn't stir up. He did try to improve himself, and it's sort of like, in my own heart, I struggle to forgive him. But then in that documentary, they were willing to forgive him. One, because of they don't go specifically into it, but like the political climate at that time, like people have done far worse than what he did. And then secondly, Michael Vick himself has done everything in his power to correct the wrongs he did. And while in my own heart, I don't think I could ever forgive him for what he did, what he's doing is genuinely respectable to try to undo the damage, right? And then so like that's sort of to bring that back, to bring that back to like Rio and Blue Archive, to bring that back to like Arius and Blue Archive, like yes, what they did for some people may be unforgivable because of the fact that if you've read Volume 3, I won't go too into it because you should read Volume 3, but like Volume 3, Arius commits horrible acts of terror against the people of Trinity. Rio in Volume 2 commits its ridiculous fraud against the people of Millennium. For her own selfish desire that was born out of the desire to protect the people of Kivotos. And then so it's, yes, it's really hard to forgive them for what they did when they had their villain arc. But it's also like you have to acknowledge the fact that they are doing everything in their power to earn forgiveness. I'm not going to read that hacker troller. Honestly, try not to say that kind of shit here. That's not cool. Yeah, it's just, yeah. It's very interesting how they wrote Rio because of the fact that it's interesting how they wrote Rio because they do a good job of not shying away from what she's done, not shying away from the people, from the stuff she did. So and her efforts to try to mitigate who she is as a person, as opposed to literally changing her character to make her more likable. In a sense, they took the traits that she was as a villain, and now that they're trying to redeem her, making her more self-aware of her personality, so that she can become a more likable person and it's awesome. It genuinely is awesome. I'm very appreciative of that, and it's really good for all the Rio Sims out there that have been trolling the internet, because like there have been so many artists who are like full on Rio Sims, like Ivir or shit. I feel bad because they make so much good stuff for them. But there's been so many Rio Sims out there who have been drawing Rio ever since she got introduced, and like gain into her character. Like, oh yeah, like she's the villain, but this and that. And then there's all sorts of cool like stuff they do with her in terms of art. Honestly, some of it just because they're super thirsty for her. Let's be real. But I mean, who can blame them? She's really hot. There's... And then the like getting to learn more about her, and so they even feel more justified for having drawn her all this time, and like even making merch of them. I have some Rio merch from some big artists whom I can't name because they do not exactly say so stuff, but it's like people do such incredible work for Rio, and it's so great that the developers themselves, the writers themselves, are doing a lot of work to make sure like Rio is salvaged as a character when she was the main villain for a while. It's awesome. It genuinely is awesome. Is there anything else I can do here? I think you can name them but not link their stuff. The issue is I can't remember their name. But I'm sure if I find it, I'm looking it up to be honest, but it's like it's very sussy stuff. What's up? It's Ned. How you doing? Yeah, we did some blue archive pulls, and now we're just talking about Rio. And I'm talking about a specific merch item I got for Rio that I can't mention, but is very, very good. Oh, it's no. Now that I think of it, they're probably search banned. That's probably the issue here. Fuck, what was the name of that artist? Because I want to name the artist at the very least, even if I can't link them. Because they genuinely do amazing work. Oh, I just ordered some Dojins myself. Oh no, oh no. Yeah, I mean, for BA, because yeah, here he is. Oh, that's why it was. Yeah. Okay. Search at your own risk, but only Noboru. That's all I'm gonna say. You missed that? Tough. But yeah, that's I got their Rio Dakimakura, and it is one of the finest piece of merches that has ever existed. Oh yeah, familiar name to you? Yep, yep. They do amazing art of the not safe for work kind, but they do they do amazing stuff. Oh, I have Bunny Holic. Name is very familiar to me. Name is very very familiar to me for sure. I don't remember, but that does definitely sound right to me. I'm gonna just sip some Don Q directly because this stuff's amazing. So I'm gonna just sip it directly if you don't mind. I have a few of their dojins. Asana is too strong. Oh, dude. I'll admit I haven't like dabbled in many EBA dojins yet, but it's. I mean, they're taking over, man. They are taking the fuck over. They are legit up there with the Toho and Kankale. Like it's insane how crazy they've boosted. Be right back. I'm gonna go grab myself a shot glass. Actually, um, let me find. I should have some sake lying around. Let me go find some sake. And then I'll be right back because I'm gonna end up heating that up if I can find it. I forgot how long I need to warm me up for that. It's incredibly hot. Fuck. Oh my goodness. Okay, okay. Let me catch up. I have a few of their dojins. Asuna too strong. Okay, I read that one. But yeah, like, oh my gosh. Yeah, I definitely need to get some more of Oninoburu's merch. I got this really nice it's both an acrylic stand and a pen stand because so it's an acrylic except that let's just say the pose is very suggestive And then so what you do is you put a pen, like you can actually put two pens. You put a pen on it, and then where you put the pen very heavily implies something else. Yeah. So I have the Kirata pen. I have the Kirata. I have the Kirata pen. Okay. Honestly, if I had more money, I would have bought all of them. But I just did not have the money for that. So I bought the Kirata one because the Kirata one was really really good. There's a new one for order. Guess I'll grab it. Nice. I know exactly which one you mean. Should I drop the pretenses and actually just follow that dude on Twitter on my main account? I'm followed to them obviously on my sub account, but like on my main account I haven't because I'm trying to be safe. So hello there, sir. How you doing, sir? Yeah, we're just talking about Blue Archive stuff and drinking. It's a great time. How you doing? So what I'm drinking right now is the Gekikan sake. This is literally, quite literally, the cheapest sake in the supermarket. But they sell this big ass bottle for like $5, and it's as long as you heat it up, it's amazing. Like I love sake so much. Like even cheap ass sake, I love so much because it's just so sweet. It's so delicious. I love it. Is Gekikan sake good? Not nearly as good as better sakes, but it's still, but because I love sake so much, it's still quite delightful. Now make sure you're having something to eat on the side. Yeah, that's good advice. I made sure to have a big dinner beforehand. That's the huge issue with me waking up late is that and starting stream late is because it's like, okay, if I wake up late, that means I haven't eaten very well, and so therefore when I do these drinking streams, like I really need to eat heavily beforehand. I need to have a big meal beforehand so that I don't just fuck myself up. I have an NSFW account for that. I have a private NSFW account, so there's that. Maybe I could make a Nonatsu inspired NSFW account, but like I have a private account for NSFW stuff, and yeah, the Oni Noboru is a fucking god. And I'm glad you know of his shit too, because it's like it truly is amazing stuff. It's just the sort of thing you can't show off, you know? uh It's also kind of cheap in here online. Yeah, Gekikan is one of the low-tier brands. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to use this for cooking. Like, I'm pretty sure you're supposed to use, like, cheap sake for cooking, but I actually like drinking it, so it's... that's sort of my toxic trait. I would keep the private and VTuber stuff private. No, I agree. And I do, but also, like it's like it's tangentially related, and I don't want to shy away from the fact that I know some HRists and really like some HRists. So it's I'm fine revealing that, but I'm gonna try to keep as much of my private stuff private. But like in terms of like based artists who happen to be H artists, like I don't mind sharing that I enjoy them. I mean, like one of my favorite artists of all time put out a manga recently, like a safe for work manga, but they do NSFW dojins and Edo manga all the time. Puyocha. If you know of the artist Puyocha, they do a lot of really good NSFW work. They're putting out a safe for work manga it's still pretty NSFW. It's very ecchi, it's very like sex oriented, but it looks really good. I really need to read it. So I would just what was it called again? Poke, would you know by chance? I know you follow him too. Not to out you. But yeah, That's for cooking, but again, you can drink it or make cocktails with it. Yeah, so that's something I learned about hot sake because I found that I prefer hot sake. Like, you know how you go to Japanese restaurants and they have the house hot sake, and then like the various brands of sake, and the house hot sake is always the cheapest one. I figured out that's because as hot sake is a way to make a cheap sake. Hello. And I'm not mad at that fact at all because it's like, you know what? I still like it. I still like it better than like the more expensive stuff you're supposed to enjoy chilled. Because it's sort of like the same way like cheap whiskeys. Like I know friends of mine like to freeze their cheap Irish whiskey, and I'm like, but what's the point if you can't taste it? Because they're like, oh, it just tastes like ice water because it's so cold. I'm like, then what's the point? Are you just trying to get drunk? Because it's somewhere like what's the point if you can't taste it? This is the cheapest possible sake. I did heat it up to like try to mask the astringent flavors of it. It's not that they're that bad in my opinion, but yeah, when it's hot, it's so delicious and refreshing. And so it's like I don't mind doing it. So there were 2 episodes I've been hanging around that I haven't gotten to yet. One was everything with Coke, and I'm kind of scared to do that to episode because it's sort of like I don't like the concept of like whiskey and Coke, rum and Coke, etc. because it's sort of like a really cheap, like you do that to mask the flavor of the spirit mainly. So it's like, okay, it's sort of just like a way to say you're drinking a hard liquor, but then not really because you're masking it with the Coke flavor. That being said, I've earned a lot more respect for Coca-Cola because of the fact that technically speaking, it is an Amaro. Like there is a certain famous bartender, I forget which one, but they always do this fun like, oh, pop quiz, what is the most famous Amaro in the world? And then the joke is that it's Coca-Cola because Coca-Cola is like a blend of different herbs and spices and all sorts of stuff formulated into a drink. And then so it's like that's why like you should put a little more respect on like wine and Coke, rum and Coke, whiskey and Coke, etc. Because it is like if you use Amaros, then that's the same. Then in his mind, that's the same as putting Coke with a spirit. But still, like in my mind, I can't divorce the fact that people tend to put Coke in their whiskey to hide the taste of the whiskey because they don't like whiskey. And it's like, I like whiskey. I don't want to mask the flavor. I sort of am okay with rum and Coke because the flavors of rum and Coke do kind of go together. I am sort of okay with wine and Coke because the flavors do kind of go together. And because of that knowledge, I did want to try an everything with Coke episode. Because yeah, maybe I am misjudging it. Maybe it is a legit cocktail of sorts using mixer and spirit. But then the second episode, which I'm actually kind of excited for, is so I love me some hot sake, right? By the way, to answer your question, Hacker Crawler, this was like $5 for a huge fucking 1.5 liter. Yeah. This was $5 for a giant bottle. The other episode I wanted to try one of these days is everything hot. So it's like I love hot. I don't know what the clickbait title would be, but it would be something like I love hot sake. is all other spirits it's great hot or something like that. I have no idea. But like I wanted to try like, okay, what if I took a shot of whiskey and heated it up? Or if I took a shot of gin and heated it up? Or if I took a shot of rum and heated it up, etc. And see if that how that affects the flavor the way it affects sake. Damn, it's really cheap there. At the very least, or for the cheapest sake, yeah. My gal pals are coming of age or something. Not sure how to say it in Japanese. Harmonized. Okay, yeah. I definitely need to check out that manga because I love Puyo Cha so much. I really want to support Puyo. Honestly, a dream of mine is maybe someday gain definitely at least a fan art, but I wonder if I could get a model from him one day. I know he doesn't do live 2D art, so that would be a learning curve for him, but like I would love to try to get a model from him one day. Maybe one day I'll show him my new model, which is coming soon. That was actually something I wanted to do one of these days, like another casual stream, was I wanted to do some kind of like BGM review, like BGM for my new model that's coming soon, BGM or like finding artists for my new model, etc. Like I really want to change the vibe for my new model. Honestly, so I was looking up Kankale BGM for my new model because it's going to be like ancient Japan type stuff. And so I had a really good idea, except I can't I can't find the BGM I used to use for Kankale. It must be super rare at this point or like discontinued because I can't find the BGM I use for Kankale. I have a custom BGM for my jukebox, but it's not on any of the people would post like compilations like every Kankale BGM, and it somehow doesn't have the BGM I use. And I'm like, what the fuck? So yeah, I really need to figure out it's my BGM for my new model because I'm going for like an ancient Japan vibe. I might use something from Sengoku Rants if that's okay. I'm not 100% sure if the Sengoku Rants like license holders are okay with people using their BGM. But I think like the map BGM would be really good. I'll figure it out. But it's gonna be exciting. Gain hot on my drinks or having the hottest drinks. That would be some good clickbait. But I don't think it's perfect for what I'm doing. Some like it hot. That one might be good. I'll have to think of something. It's not important until I actually make a YouTube video of it, so it's not that important. But it's something I need to think about for sure at some point because I really want to try like spirits, but they're hot, like I do with sake. I remember the LK collab poke. Like that was a really good one. I need to find those files again. I lost them. Maybe I can ask Puyo Cha directly. But I lost those fucking files. Because you can make your phone background. Not that I would be able to walk around in public with that, but it's a really cool feature. Do I kind of want to pull more or just to max out my Rio right away? Or do I not need to? What does Rio even do anyways? Students. Where is okay, Rio? Okay, so immediately draws the X skill and copies the X skill of one. Oh, right. She copies a skill. So she copies the skill, increases the target's attack by an amount. Copy card costs one less and can make it cost 0. Okay, right, and that just synergizes with new Neru because as it would cause new Neru would become 0. It's C106, but the pickings are kind of slim. Oh no, I need. Oh, okay. I need to research what merch I could have picked up. I usually am on top of that shit, but like I haven't been because I've been kind of broke lately. Decreases attack every 30 seconds and deals a little bit of damage. Increases attack, that's useless. Increases ally attack. Okay, that's pretty good. Not gonna lie. So her name, the name of her fourth skill is called Avant-Garde. Is it readable? It's not readable yet. Become readable. There we go. So when Rio got to, well, when we were brainstorming what Rio would be when she wouldn't, if and when she would become playable, and lo and behold, she eventually became playable. I thought she would be something like Utaha. Where she would summon something. So you know how Utaha, she summons a mini turret for basic, and then her EX, she summons a big thunder gun. I thought Rio would summon an Avant-Garde, and then she would summon like AMAS units because that was her unit of drones. And so I thought that would have been a really cool take on what she did. It's cool what she does because all cost reduction cards are really good, and like I know they try to push the fast units, so they just try to make them as good as possible, but also it's a little boring compared to like her summoning an Avant-Garde. Like you could have made Avant-Garde pretty OP and do a bunch of stuff with Avant-Garde. Maybe it was a balancing issue. Maybe they wanted to do something like that and it was a balancing issue. They couldn't make that OP without like super duper breaking the game, so it's probably fine. But it's also like, man, it would have been fun if she could summon Avant-Garde, the robot she invented, to like fight for you. That would have been sweet. Melon Books and Booth are where I tend to grab them from. Yeah, so I have a proxy. And I have some friends in Japan who can just tell me what's there. So I have options, but it's still like difficult because it's like obviously they're not just gonna grab it for me for free. I need to pay them up front. And then also like for various merch that isn't books, like like especially because those are more expensive, it's hard to keep track of. So it's hard to know until the actual event itself, except if the event itself is already happening, then it's probably already too late for me to go and buy them. I wanted a bourbon bottle for my birthday, but I'll get the bitters. But my uncle gave me an old car, so I need to spend money on a car. I'm not complaining about the car, but I'm gonna have to spend money on it so it can be used without issues. I get that. Yeah, like there are some gifts where it's like, okay, you need to put a little maintenance into it, so it's not exactly in the short term, it's not exactly the nicest of gifts, but then like over time, it's gonna be a great gift. I remember a friend got gifted a rice cooker, and they were like a white guy, so they didn't really know how to use a white rice cooker, but now they just put everything on rice. No bitters in the nearby months. Oh no! How do you live without bitters, man? Bitters are so good, and these are common. I can get these at a normal grocery store, like. And they last forever. They last me months. It's a damn shame if you can't get bitters. it's sort of why I'm hesitant to like genuinely emigrate from the country too. Like as many problems as there is, like one thing that scares me about eventually moving out is like, man, mixology is an American art. Like, don't get it twisted. Like America stole a lot from a lot of cultures. So we're the ones who invented mixology. We're the ones who mastered mixology first. And so, not being able to be around so many good whiskeys, so many good bourbons, so many good bitters, so many good like works of art in the alcohol industry would be very difficult for me to get used to. We have a saying here, I don't want to embarrass myself, so I won't try to pronounce it, meaning the cheap things end up being expensive. I kind of feel that when I try to buy dojins from from Japan. I swear to God, like, okay, it's like $15 to $20 after shipping, or if you go to a convention, $15 to $20 straight up. You can buy dojins at fucking Japan for like the $2 to $5 because they're not that expensive. It's just that they're that expensive that you spend 3 to 4 times that amount because you have to ship them over to you. It fucking sucks. It's crazy, man. It's absolutely bonkers bananas. God, I love sake so much. This is so good. Like, this might be my favorite drink of the night, and it's fucking $5 sake that I warmed up in the microwave. Like, God, I love sake so much. Maybe I do. Next time I have the money for it, I am going to like it. I'm just going to do some kind of sake episode because I fucking love sake so fucking much. Sake is so delicious. I'm not even gonna mix with it. I'm just gonna taste it straight up because you don't need to mix with sake. I've mixed with sake before just to like make something for Clara, make something for someone else. I think I made. Yeah, I made a sake mojito for someone, and it was like, man, sake is so good on its own. You don't need to mix it. Like, just drink the sake by itself. It's amazing. Like, even the cheapest possible shit, a giant bottle that's only $5. Like, it's so delicious, man. Oh my god. Dego Sato. God. Oh, I need to watch more historical anime. Hey, I was watching, so before I started hanging out with my friend, we were watching The Founder together. We were watching Rurouni Kenshin together. And it's like, man, Rurouni Kenshin is so good. I need to watch more historical anime because it's like, I guess I'll just spoil this right now, especially because I spoiled this before. Like, my new model is going to be a Ronin, a samurai type, and so I really wanted to like engross myself in that culture a little better, to like really be able to embody that character better, because I want to be more like Rooney Rose, where she like, it's not even that she is like super the evil in propaganda type thing where she's totally super leaning into her character. She just leans into it every chance she gets. So she's still 90% herself, 95% herself. But then, like, whenever she sees the opportunity to lean into the fact that she's she's like an evil witch or whatever her lore is, she'll do it. And like, I think that's the platonic ideal of what a VTuber should be. And it's like, I think that's fun to do that. That's why I'm rebranding, because I don't feel like I can do this with my current character. That's why I'm choosing to rebrand, even though I love this model so much. I think this model is super awesome. And so it's like, I really wanted to rebrand into this because I feel like I can embody that character more. The good news, I can save on Uber in the long term because the autonomy of going everywhere on my own would be nice. Yeah, yeah. I end up needing to use services like Uber because it's because like if I want to go out somewhere to get drunk, like it's bad for me to drive there myself because I'm gonna have to drive back at some point. Except I've been drinking, so that's a very dumb idea. So, oh, like, yeah, I really would. I wish I had more locations much more local to me because like I'm not gonna lie, so like again, the reason I do these streams Mondays is because Monday's my cheat day. I could do some Sunday streams, but well, it would be like Monday morning streams, but like I don't think that's really feasible for me. We'll see, depends how I want to adjust my lifestyle, but it's like I kind of did want to spend today, like for my cheat day, like going to a nice burger joint and just having a nice juicy burger. But I woke up late. I woke up at fucking 10:30 p.m. Everything was closed already, so it was too late for that shit. Man, I feel satisfied with my pulls though today. So that yeah, we got we got Rio literally like with our first 10 pull, and then we got we had to spark for Nedu, but that's fine because we got Rio in our first 10 pull. So we saved a lot there. I'm wondering if I should do more like off stream for like just to try to get more spooks. We'll see how much I think that's worth it, just so that I can like I can definitely 5-star Rio if I wanted to. So I might do that, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah. But we'll think about it. There's Denny's if you want a burger. Does Denny's have good burgers? I don't mind Denny's. Like, obviously, it's a low-tier diner, but I genuinely don't mind them. So, I wouldn't be super opposed to it. Having to depend on others or a random dude that can't show up or girls that want to travel would be shit. Yeah, true. Yeah. And especially because you have to pay them money. Like, it's like, it basically adds on to your, like, your fees for the trip. It's a little tough. It's a step above Mickey D's, sure. Yeah. It's been a while since I had Denny's, and it's not that I mean, I have low standards for food, so it's like, it's not that I would feel necessarily cheated by it, but it's also like, I don't know, I am craving like a decently quality burger. I suppose I can make one on my own, but I also like, I don't want to put in the effort right now. IHOP has burgers now? IHOP has burgers? What the fuck? Oh my god, we were talking about this today because so as I mentioned before, the reason I stream so late is because I'm a graveyard shifter, and so our only options for dinner is like breakfast places that are open hella early. And so we go to one of our favorite breakfast places, which like genuinely is hella good, and they serve like good stuff even as early as 7 a.m. So it's like okay, I got myself a chicken fried steak, and like my friend, one of my coworkers was telling the story about how they tried the spaghetti at this place and it was garbage. So to note, like, this is one of the highest rated restaurants in my local area, and it's like, it's universally beloved. Um, hold that thought. Let me warm up another glass of sake. Be right back. Gonna warm this up real fast. I also got myself some really spicy shrimp chips. Um, my brother gets these shrimp chips a lot, and I used to binge them, but then I was like, oh my god, why does it suddenly get so spicy? And it turns out these are really spicy, but they sneak up on you really fast. So I can only have like a bit at a time, like about a bowl at a time. Because any more than that, and it will fucking destroy my stomach. Yeah, it's apparently 4 out of 5 on the heat scale. It's kind of insanely hot, but it sneaks up on you. I've been exercising more, read at all lately, but I haven't really been monitoring my food intake. Yeah, I'm trying to get back into my workout routine. I finally started back up on my workout routine last week, but then like I pushed myself too hard because I hadn't worked out in 2 weeks. And then so I ended up like legit hurting myself. Like I legit um like I push myself too hard on my first 2 days. And so like the way I usually structure it is like upper body, lower body, abs, upper body, lower body, break, uh upper body, lower body, abs, break, and then repeat. So 6 days a week. But I'm allowed to skip ab day if I want to, because technically it's supposed to be the upper body, lower body, break, upper body, lower body, break. Um, but I want to work in an ab workout because I want a sexy tummy. Let's be honest. Um, but it's Yeah, I pushed myself too hard on my first 2 days back. And so, like, okay, I decide instead of an ab workout, I'm going to take a break. And then my legs were still sore from the previous lower body because I pushed myself too hard. I'm like, oh shit. Oh god, I don't think I can make it through this week. And so I didn't. And so, yeah, thankfully my diet, I'm I'm still working on it, but my diet is mostly good. Today's my cheat day, so like I can eat whatever the fuck I want. I can drink whatever the fuck I want. My diet's mostly getting back on track, but I like I need to control the intake a little better because my diet is one meal a day. I only eat once during the day for 6 days a week, and that's mostly been good. Oh, thank you for whatever this is. Hopefully, I'm guessing it's a follow, but I can't tell. Hi T, by the way. Thank you so much for the follow, whoever. Oh, there we go. Oh my god. Kind of a sussy name, but Enchilada, thank you for the follow on Twitch. It's good. That made me smile. No worries. No worries. Glad to have you around. Usually we're doing a more meaningful stream where I'm teaching you about minty drinks. I'm teaching you about old fashions. I'm teaching you about something. Today I woke up hella late and just wanted to stream, so I just wanted to chat with you guys. I'm probably gonna get ready for bed soon, given how late it is. Just wanted to pop by and say hello. I appreciate that, T. I'm always glad to see you around. Gotta go to sleep. Good luck with the stream. Thank you, Hacker Shoulder. Thank you for hanging out here. My newest obsession is vinegar making. Ooh, exciting. Nice. I know vinegar is like adjacent to like wine making and stuff because you gotta ferment things and stuff. So that's really cool. Yeah, see you later, Hack Controller. Thanks again for stopping by. What was I talking about earlier? Oh yeah, So I'm addicted to these chips. One side. Waiting on a batch of I've never heard of that to finish then and add tequila and vinegar to make a vinegar. Nice. That's awesome. Always nice to be able to make your own stuff. I've wanted to make my own gin one day, and I wanted to make my own definitely gin, definitely mead too. I wanted to make a gin and a mead one day. But that's awesome. Thanks for having you along. If you see other people in chat, it's because they're on my YouTube stream. So like I'm multi-streaming right now. Mead is my favorite to make. Nice. I love mead so much. I haven't found my favorite brand of mead again. So I haven't had mead in a while, but I really want to grab some mead again. Mead is with sake in terms of stuff that I'll just eat. I'll just drink straight. It's so good. It's so refreshing and delicious in its own that you don't need to mix it. Usually on my stream we make cocktails, but like sake and mead, I don't bother mixing. I just drink them straight out the bottle. I finished a batch of semi-sweet plum mead. Ooh, that sounds hella good, man. Hope that turns out well. Made 5 gallons worth. I really hope that turns out well for you, man. That sounds awesome. Got the plums for free, so the only thing I paid for was the honey and yeast. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, that's lucky. Yeah, again, just hope that turns out well, because I really want to make my own mead but someday, but like hearing about other people's mead adventures is really cool. This is the second batch of the first turned out amazing as well. Nice. Holy fuck, these are spicy. Okay, I think I need to stop. Ugh. Let me grab some milk to like neutralize that burn. Oh fuck. Oh my god, these shrimp chips are so spicy. Oh my goodness. Oh fuck. Okay. Okay. I'm feeling better already. I'm feeling better already. Ugh. Oh my goodness. Okay. Ugh. I had a little bit of the extra batch, so I made vinegar with that. Interesting. Like honey vinegar? That sounds weird, but I can imagine that being good. Technically, any meat where you use fruit as well is technically a that. I've never heard of that. But no one has any idea what that is, so it's pointless to call it that. Interesting, interesting. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. All I know is I like really honey forward mead. Like very honey forward mead is what I'm really into. Where was I? Oh yeah, so we went to this breakfast joint with my friend, and my friend and my coworker. And my coworker, who has been there before, so he knows how good this place is. It's a very highly rated restaurant. I go there a bunch. I really like it there. They serve really good chicken fried steaks. they they decided to order the pasta one day. It's an American breakfast restaurant. They serve like French toast, country fried steak, scrambled eggs, pancakes, that sort of stuff. Like it's an American breakfast joint, and it's like American style breakfast joint. Very good, very focused. But they hella randomly have spaghetti on the menu, and then so my coworker was like, "I want to try the spaghetti one day because why is it there, right? Why is it there? Like they must be so confident in this that they're putting a random Italian dish in their menu full of Americanized items." And so it's like, I can sort of understand that logic, but also like if I'm going to a place, I'm going there for what they're famous for, not their like weird things that are like kind of off the beaten path. Because my friend talked about this too, was like, okay, I'm not going to a burger shop asking for a hot dog if they only have like 3 hot dogs on the menu, because clearly it's a side item they put in there to make more money as opposed to having actually good hot dogs. And then so it's like, and I've done that before. I ordered the random hot dog because I was in a hot dog mood at some fast food restaurant, and it was absolutely garbage. I was like, "Oh God, okay, that taught me that lesson." But so that coworker of mine ordered the spaghetti, and he absolutely hated it. It was so nasty to him, and then so it's like. He got so hung up and it's like, why is this on the menu? Why is it there? Why do they insist on serving spaghetti if it's not good? And it's like really funny just how obsessed he was with it. But yeah, it's so like, because everything else on their menu is godlike. Like their chicken fried steak, godlike. Their hash browns, so good. Like their French toast, amazing. Like they do Americanized breakfast so well because that's what they are. So what is the spaghetti doing on the menu? It's crazy. Who knows? Maybe some random customers asked for it. Is spaghetti a breakfast menu to people though? So our theory was that like they had some like Italian American kid who was really good at making spaghetti. So maybe he made some spaghetti for himself, but then people realized, oh, it's hella good. Maybe we should sell this on the menu. So they put spaghetti on the menu, and people presumably like it. That's why it's still on the menu. But then it's like, at some point, that kid like moved jobs, or like went away from the job for whatever reason, and like the spaghetti is no longer that good. And so it really makes you wonder, why is it still on the menu when it has nothing to do with like typical Americanized is continental diners, and it's not very good. I don't know. I mean, Super Dogs only has like 2 hot dogs on their menu. I guess, like yes, like In-N-Out only has 3 things on their menu. Like, if they have very few things on their menu, that's not necessarily a bad thing either. If they're focused on one thing, but it's sort of like, if you know it's not their specialty, then that's when it's a red flag, because it's like, okay, you have this burger joint that serves 10 different kinds of burgers and then 2 hot dogs. The 2 hot dogs are kind of a red flag. Whereas like okay, it's a dedicated hot dog joint, but they only sell 2 different kinds of hot dogs because they really want to hyper specialize in it. That makes sense. That's focused, and that's fine. You see a Chinese cafe at spaghetti and pizza, and generally they aren't good. Yeah, yeah, and generally I kind of like buffets. I'm actually pretty okay with buffets, but yeah, you see like an Asian buffet, but they have random Americanized stuff, and it's never good. It's really funny. Fries are unfuckupable, so like I never mind the fries, but like that's it, really. The sushi at those buffets are actually decent. You've reminded me about this burger joint I worked at where they had buttered popcorn mayonnaise. It doesn't sound bad, honestly. Like mayo infused with like flavor call, because apparently like movie theater butter isn't really butter. It's a different alternative substance, but it's delicious. Obviously, that's why we love movie theater popcorn. Flavor call butter, flavor call popcorn. What was it again? Flavor call popcorn mayo. Flavor call popcorn mayo. Yeah. Yeah, no, I can see that. That sounds hella good, actually. Yeah. Yeah, I'd be down for that. Putting that on fries? Yeah. Because popcorn is already salty, so it makes sense to put it on fries. Yeah, that sounds hella good. Sushi is egg. I go to a dedicated sushi restaurant. Of course. Like, it's not nearly as good as like dedicated sushi joints, but I do find them to be pretty good for what you're paying for. Egg yolks, flavor call, the orange butter oil, and something else. Yeah, that doesn't sound bad, honestly. Like that, mayonnaise infused with flavor call sounds pretty damn good. Oh my god. Man, I can't wait for the new banner for Uma Musume. Like, I've been free to play this whole time, and I probably still will be for that banner. I've been saving up for that banner because apparently, like, it's a speed card that's so overpowered that it's been the best card in JP until recently. So like, we have a good 3 to 4 years of it being relevant, and then so I really can't wait for the new Musume card. I've been struggling. Like, I think I've only finished a run 4 times, and then being the URA finals twice. Once with Bakushin and once with Haru. Excuse me. And it's so difficult for me as a free to play, and I'm pretty sure it's because of my cards, because I had been like really meticulously, okay, I'm trying to synergize with the skill hands, like gain, okay, these cards give me end closer abilities, these give me front runner abilities, etc. And apparently, like, oh, you should just use all your SRs and SSRs, don't worry about skill hints, that's more about PvP rather than normal. I was like, god damn it, have I been overthinking this? But then it also means that like I need to pull for more cards, except that it's better to pull for the next banner because it's going to be the most important banner. And so it's like, I mean, like, I can't wait for that, but it's like also, it feels bad that like I've been overthinking it this whole time, and I just should focus on stats instead of like skill hints, because it's like I feel like I've been wasting so much mental energy doing that, because as my friend, so I'm free to play, and so I'm trying to piece together everything I can with what I have. My friend decided to dolphin a little bit, and his deck is just full of SSRs and SRs, and he just walks through fucking URA finals like it's nothing, and it's like, fuck, man, like it's I'm having like I'm like racking my brain around it so much, trying to do these Uma Musume finals, and then you're here just like walking through it because you have all the best cards. Like, god damn it. Maybe there is a pay to win element to this after all. I mean, like there's still skill involved. Like, he didn't know some of the mechanics, and that's why he breaks some of his runs. But it's like it's I'm so annoyed with myself because I'm like working my way through these common cards, trying to be like, okay, if I get this skill, then I can, if it procs at the right time, then I can do this and that, and it will really help me win races. When in reality, like if I was using my SSR cards, like I would just have more stats to begin with, and it will make it a lot easier. And it's like, that's kind of annoying. You finished 4 so far? Yeah. I finished 4 stories. Haru, Bakushin, Urara, and Vodka. I've only beat the URA finals with Bakushin and Urara. I made it to the finals with Daiwa Scarlet, but I couldn't close it out, which fucking pisses me off because Daiwa Scarlet is my favorite character. So I'm really pushing for Daiwa Scarlet. But then there's a lot of other characters. Like, I feel like I figured out a good build for them, but I just can't close it out, and that's really annoying to me. But hopefully with the next banner, which is coming really soon, it couldn't come soon enough because I need it so fucking badly. But I really want it. You might have seen it from my tweets, but I'm so fucking obsessed with Uma Musume right now, to the detriment of all my other gacha games. Like, I've neglected to log into Blue Archive for a while, and so like that's a lot less pyros that I could have farmed. I've neglected to play on Snowbreak, even though Katya just came out, and I really want Katya. I'm neglecting Nikke because of Uma Musume, and like the anniversary is coming out. It's a really bad time to. It's a really bad time for Uma Musume to have come out because it's like, oh my god, so many important events that require my gacha currency are coming out all at the same time. Including Uma Musume itself. It's so fucking annoying. It's so fucking annoying. Can you hire the horse Yakuza to break the other horse's legs? No. The story is itself. It's made very clear that it's may the best horse win, because like they're all very kind to each other. They're very respectful to each other. Even Gold Chip, as hard as that is to believe, because Gold Chip is a menace. But they are all fair to each other. They're all like, may the best horse win, because like they don't want to sabotage each other's dreams. Yes, inherently only one person can win. So for one person to win, that necessarily means someone else has to lose, and that might trample someone else's dream. But the Uma Musume characters are very respectful to one another. They won't try to sabotage each other's dreams. They will just race, and whoever wins, that's the dream that gets to live on. Match throwing might be a thing. It might be. It might be. I was thinking that with the Maya when I was doing a Mayano Top Gun run. You might have seen that tweet of mine. It's Tokai Teo is one of my favorite characters. Probably my second favorite character, but we'll see. Mayano Top Gun is coming back on that. But Tokai Teo, her whole dream in her story is to be a Triple Crown winner like Sindolfi Rudolph. And it's like, she wants it so bad, she starts crying if you lose even one of the Triple Crown races, because you only get one chance per playthrough. So you only ever get one chance. And so if you fail to get a Triple Crown, that's it. And then on any one of the 3 crown races. And then so she starts breaking down, she starts crying, but it's like she pushes on for you. It's very sad and tragic. And then so it's like, okay, like those races are so hard for Tokai Teo. They are optional. They are optional for for Mayano Top Gun. And so with Mayano Top Gun, because scripted races in Uma Musume, they tend to buff the enemy AI, so they're like way stronger than you could ever be, and so you do need to rely on little luck to win those races. And like, it's funny because it's like, okay, Tokai Teo, I've only ever been able to get a double crown. I've never been able to win the derby with her. And even then, like, I might not win the other two races too. But then with Mayano Top Gun, because none of I think one of the crown series is mandatory, but the other two aren't, I got a triple crown with her so easily. So easily. Like, to the point that, like, the Kikusho, the Kikukusho race, that's the only mandatory one. I won that by a distance, over 10 lanes, and then having won the other two. So I got triple crown hella easily. When that has been impossible for me in a Tokai Teo run, and I'm like so upset with myself that I can't earn a triple crown with Tokai Teo, because it's like she wants it so badly, and meanwhile Mayano Top Gun doesn't seem to care about racing other than to impress you, the trainer. And it's so like upsetting. Yeah, but oh man, I want Mayano. She's only 2 stars, so it's like, if you want to pull randomly just to expand your roster, because I did that because I really wanted what's her name, El Paso El Pasa Condor, El Condor Pasa, El Condor Pasta, or Condor Paso, El Condor Pasa. I really wanted her, and she's a 2-star. So I pulled until I got El Condor Pasa, and then in the process I got a bunch more 2-stars. I got Mihono Bourbon, and I got TM Opera, and I got Tokai Teo from my free pool, because like Daiwa Scarlet was my favorite, so it was like I already got who I wanted most, and then so I just picked the one who was cutest to me, and Tokai Teo was that, and I'm starting to get really attached to Tokai Teo. Yeah. See you around, Poke. I'm probably gonna end stream soon anyway, so no worries. Thank you so much for sticking around this long. Yeah, I started playing as Tokai. Yeah, I got all those. I pulled a lot more, so I got a bunch more 2-stars, a bunch more 1-stars to like expand my roster so I can mix it up more. I'm still a little upset because it's like, oh my god, most of them are like medium to long runners, and I want another sprinter, because sometimes I want to turn my brain off and do like a Bakshin run where I only spam speed, or Haru run where I mostly spam speed. Like, it's tricky to be able to like do all that. So I don't know, it's hard to balance. Definitely at the very least I'm gonna get a lot more support cards, because I'm gonna pull pretty heavily on the next speed card that's coming out soon, like literally in the next 2 days. So I'm gonna pull on that. Will I spend money? Maybe, we'll see, but I know it's farmable at some point, so I don't really need to. Yeah, I've been having so much fun with the game, as you've seen on Twitter. Like, it's all I've been tweeting about, and it has come to the detriment of all my other gacha games. So it's tricky, because it's like I need to balance out all my other gacha games, but I love Uma Musume too much. So we'll see how that shakes out. I'm like mostly an Uma Musume. I'll see if I can like actually stream Uma Musume on this laptop, because if I can, like, we will do some drunk Uma Musume streams. I promise you that. So yeah. Not sure what I'm gonna do next week. Hopefully I don't oversleep. We might try the hot it's much like the hot sake we drank today. We might try hot spirits next week. We might try hot spirits. We might try Coke and everything. We'll think of something. Next week will be a more theme stream. I kind of like the idea of having like theme stream, casual stream, theme stream, casual stream. So we might do that from now on. That's a nice relaxing way to stream. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you again. On YouTube, I'm just gonna end, but on Twitch, stick around. I'm gonna see who I can rate you into. Thank you so much for watching, though. I really appreciate you. It's a dream to be able to stream at all. So I just thank you for helping fulfill that dream, and hopefully one of these days we can make it to the big times. Love you. Appreciate you. See you next week. Monday night.